Question 1. What is the maximum number of simultaneous connections that can be made to a Windows 10 workstation? A. 10 connections. B. 15 connections. C. 20 connections. D. 25 connections. Correct answer. C. 20 connections. 20 connections is the maximum number of simultaneous inbound connections allowed on a Windows 10 workstation by limiting network access for file sharing and remote connections. This restriction is designed to manage system resources efficiently and encourage businesses requiring more connections to use Windows Server for enterprise-level networking. Question 2. A user reports that they can print to the network printer but cannot access the Internet. What could be the cause of this issue? A. The PC is in sleep mode. B. The default gateway is down. C. The user has the wrong IP address assigned to their PC. D. The user's system has a virus. Correct answer? B. The default gateway is down. The default gateway is responsible for directing traffic between the local network and external networks like the Internet. If the default gateway is down, the user would still be able to access devices within the local network, such as a network printer, but would be unable to connect to the Internet. Question 3. What type of installation does Microsoft refer to as an in-place upgrade? A. Clean installation. B. Image deployment. C. Repair installation. D. Upgrade installation. Correct answer? D. Upgrade installation. Upgrade installation is the type of installation that Microsoft refers to as an in-place upgrade. This process allows users to install a newer version of Windows over an existing one while keeping files, settings, and applications intact, minimizing disruption compared to a clean installation, which erases all data. Question 4. A technician is setting up a computer for several users to access it via remote desktop. For security reasons, the users should not be able to install software or modify system settings. Which control panel utility should the technician use to achieve this? A. Network and Sharing Center. B. Sync Center. C. Credential Manager. D. User Accounts. Correct answer? D. User Accounts. User Accounts is the control panel utility that allows a technician to manage user permissions and access levels on a Windows computer. By configuring standard user accounts instead of administrator accounts, the technician can ensure that remote desktop users can access the system while preventing them from installing software or modifying system settings. Question 5. What is the name of the Mac OS X search tool? A. Search. B. Searchlight. C. Siri. D. Spotlight. Correct answer. D. Spotlight. Spotlight is the built-in search tool in Mac OS X that allows users to quickly find files, applications, emails, and other content on their system. It provides instant search results and can also perform web searches, calculations, and unit conversions. Question 6. Which of these allows a program to activate a hardware device like a webcam? A. Application Programming Interface. B. Device Drivers. C. Graphical User Interface. D. Video User Interface. Correct answer. B. Device drivers. Device drivers are software components that allow an operating system and applications to communicate with hardware devices such as webcams, printers, and graphics cards. They act as intermediaries between the hardware and software, ensuring that programs can access and control the device's functionality. Question 7. Where do you type and send text commands in the command line interface? A. Command prompt. B. Command shell. C. Command line link. D. Search box. Correct answer: A. Command prompt. The command prompt is the interface in the command line interface, where users type and send text-based commands to interact with the operating system. It allows users to execute commands, run scripts, and manage system settings directly through text input. Question 8. Which keyboard shortcut opens the system applet? A. Ctrl Enter. B. Ctrl Pause. C. Windows Enter. D. Windows Pause. Correct answer: D. Windows Pause. The Windows plus Pause keyboard shortcut opens the system applet in Windows, which provides access to important system information such as the computer's hardware specifications, operating system details, and advanced system settings, including device manager and system protection. Question 9. Time Machine is a Mac OS utility that handles what function? A. Disk defragmentation. B. Antivirus diagnostics. C. Backups. D. None of the above. Correct answer: C. Backups. Time Machine is a backup utility in Mac OS that automatically saves copies of files, applications, and system settings, allowing users to restore data from previous backups in case of accidental deletion or system failure. It enables users to recover individual files or perform full system restores. Question 10. What is the process called that configures and creates the user environment during the setup process? A. Generalization. B. OOBE. C. Specialization. D. WinPE. Correct answer: B. OOBE. OOBE, out-of-box experience, is the process that configures and creates the user environment during the setup process in Windows. It runs after the installation phase, allowing users to set up accounts, configure settings, and personalize their system before first use. Question 11. A user calls the help desk for a simple way to back up large directories on a Linux system. Which command can be used to back up and compress directories? A. tar. B. backup. C. tape. D. pkzip. Correct answer: A. tar. The tar command in Linux is used to create backups and compress directories by archiving multiple files into a single file. It is commonly used with compression utilities like gzip, tar, czf, or bzip2, tar, cjf, to reduce file size, making it an efficient method for backing up large directories. Question 12. If the system you're working on fails to boot up properly, which utility provides a command line interface to troubleshoot? A. fdisk. B. recovery console. C. regedit. D. system restore. Correct answer: B. recovery console. The recovery console is a command line interface in older versions of Windows, such as Windows XP, that allows users to troubleshoot and repair system issues when the operating system fails to boot. It provides access to essential commands for repairing the boot sector, fixing the master boot record, MBR, and managing system files. Question 13. What type of memory stores running programs in a page file on the hard drive? A. Extended memory. B. Flash memory. C. Random access memory. D. Virtual memory. Correct answer: D. Virtual memory. Virtual memory is a memory management feature that allows a computer to compensate for shortages of physical RAM by using a portion of the hard drive or SSD as temporary storage. This process, known as paging, helps the system run multiple applications efficiently by moving inactive data to the page file while keeping active processes in RAM. Question 14. As a system administrator supporting remote users, which protocol would you use to connect to remote user workstations and assist with the native OS interface? A. Telnet. B. RDP. C. TFTP. D. SSH. Correct answer: B. RDP. RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, is the protocol used to connect to remote user workstations and interact with the native OS interface. RDP allows system administrators to control a remote computer as if they were physically present, enabling them to troubleshoot issues, configure settings, and provide user support efficiently. Question 15. Which directory is created in the root directory when you install Windows? A. Documents. B. Fonts. C. System32. D. Users. Correct answer: D. Users. Users is the directory created in the root directory when you install Windows. It stores user profiles, including personal files, desktop settings, and application data for each account on the system. Question 16. In Windows Disk Management Utility, what status is given to a dynamic disk that has been moved from another computer and found by the OS? A. Offline. B. Foreign. C. Connected. D. Online. Correct answer: B. Foreign. When a dynamic disk is transferred from another computer to a new system, the Windows Disk Management tool marks it as a foreign disk. This happens because the dynamic disk's configuration is saved in its metadata, and the system recognizes it as not being part of its existing disk setup. Question 17. What must be enabled to configure 20 new machines to boot over a network? A. Multi-boot. B. Dynamic. C. PXE. D. GPT. Correct answer: C. PXE. To configure 20 new machines to boot over a network, PXE, Pre-Boot Execution Environment, must be enabled. PXE allows computers to boot directly from a network server instead of relying on local storage. It is commonly used for deploying operating systems or configuring multiple systems remotely and efficiently in environments like IT labs or corporate setups. Question 18. What is the Mac OS equivalent of Windows Explorer? A. iFile. B. Finder. C. Mac OS Explorer. D. Safari. Correct answer: B. Finder. Finder is the Mac OS equivalent of Windows Explorer, providing users with a graphical interface to navigate files, folders, and applications. It allows for file management, organization, and quick access to external devices, network locations, and system settings. Question 19. Which feature should you use to align windows on the desktop? A. Cortana. B. Home Group. C. Snap Assist. D. Spotlight. Correct answer. C. Snap Assist. Snap Assist is a Windows feature that allows users to align and organize open windows on the desktop by snapping them to different sections of the screen. This enhances multitasking by enabling users to view multiple applications simultaneously in a structured layout. Question 20. Which utility in Windows 7 would you use to check the health of virus protection and identify possible system issues? A. Action Center. B. Home Group. C. Security Center. D. Troubleshooting. Correct answer. A. Action Center. Action Center is a Windows 7 utility that monitors system security and maintenance, providing alerts about potential issues such as outdated virus protection, Windows updates, and system backups. It consolidates notifications from various security and maintenance tools, allowing users to quickly identify and resolve problems related to system health and security. How many questions did you get right? Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.